Hey, who I got here?
Paulie Moody, how you doing?
Hey, hey, Paul, how are you,
Good, thank you.
mate? What's on your mind?
Okay, mate, got a couple of kids, or got three kids, but one of them's asking, her and her boyfriend are looking to buy a home. It'll be their first home. They want to know what they need to do to get started.
All right, so you got three kids, and they're looking. One of them's looking to buy a first home and to get started. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, and that's correct, and didn't know where to start. And
Yep.
I said, hey, let me make a call.
Yep. Right. Okay. Well,
So
you
I've
come to
called
the
you
right
because I don't
place.
know where to start. Thanks, mate.
All right. Good. Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, well, look. First of all, it sounds really good that they've actually come to you. Is it a son or a daughter?
Daughter and her boyfriend.
Daughter.
Yeah,
Daughter, yeah, okay. So daughter's come to you to actually ask advice. That must be nice, a stage of life, because not every parent
it
has
is.
that.
No,
But
it makes me feel old, though.
that makes you all right. Fair enough. And okay, so that's a good start, right? So the firstly, not only is she looking to advice from someone, she's looking to advice from parents. So that's not a bad thing. And then you're reaching out, so that's good. So the first place to start is obviously they've got to get their finances in order, right? Now, no one
Yeah,
really
yep.
knows how to do that unless they've done it before. So they might think that the first point of contact is going to be a financial planner or a mortgage broker or something like that, when in reality, they kind of got to look a bit inward and say, okay, well, we're going to take a big step here. We're looking to do our first home or what have you. And so, well, let's put everything down on paper that we spend each month, and let's take a financial snapshot of our financial lives, right? So
Yeah,
that's really what they got to do. And of course, you and I know that as a budget, right? But everyone hates budgets. They don't like that sort of terminology. But in reality,
yeah, yep.
documenting where you are financially is a really good start. Once you've documented where you are financially, then you can have an initial chat with someone like a mortgage broker. And I say an initial chat because they're going to feed back to your daughter the information such as, yeah, you can borrow what you're looking to be able to borrow, or hey, you can borrow 80 grand and you've really got a lot of work to do, right? So there's not much point
Yeah,
going to the next step until you have that initial discussion. But the reason I say that we look at a budget first is because that's going to be what the financial broker is probably going to ask you, right? They're going to
yeah,
say,
okay. So then they're coming prepared.
correct. They're going to have some serviceability questions. Now, bearing in mind, with modern technology out there, when you speak to a broker, they'll put your bank accounts into the system, and the banks will have their own serviceability calculators that will automatically come out of that. But if you are ahead of the game, and if your daughter's ahead of the game, then she will have that documented and say, well, that might say that, but this is actually where we are here, and we got proof about it, right? So
Okay,
that's just a better step forward.
okay.
But mate, you're not alone. This is a point in a parent's life when they've left the nest or leaving the nest or whatever it might
Yeah,
be, and taking that big step, and it's pretty daunting, right? I mean, things are different from
it is.
when you might have done it and when I did it ages ago.
Yeah,
But it's different but the same, right? It's the same sort of process. You've got to get your finances in order, and then you've got to take
yes,
it step by step. The thing that I would say is that they might be keen, and that's really
yes.
good. But let's not rush things. Let's make sure that you seek good advice at every step of the way, whether
Yeah,
that
okay.
is your mortgage broker, your financial planner, your
Yep.
insurance, all that sort of stuff, because it is a whole new world of finance that they're entering into with owning a home.
Yeah,
And
yep.
of course, taking on that level of debt, there's other considerations to be thoughtful of when the time comes, and they're going to go and do that as well. So, but look, I'm happy to
Yep.
talk to her directly as well if you want to put it
Okay,
on. That's no
beautiful.
worries. But mate, that's what I would feed back to her from you. Uh, let's get a bit of a money map happening, bit of a budget, and put it on paper and go from there.
Hello.
Hello. Yep. Oh, yep. We got you. Yeah.
Okay, I cut out again. Sorry, I'm in Wi-Fi calling. We have no reception here, and every now and then the Wi-Fi just seems to disappear.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Australia. So,
Welcome to Australia. Yeah,
is that all I can help you with today, Paul?
I know that I can trust you. I know there's a lot of finance guys out there, and I just didn't want to steer my daughter towards the wrong one. And I thought, no, Scotty's the man.
All right, mate.
So
Appreciate that.
no, honestly, mate, your name is a good name. It's been around for a long time now, and honestly, I'm really happy that I can send my daughter to you.
Oh, mate, thank you very much.